have a bit of a situation. The situation is that I'm so in love with this dust bunny, which is not really a complete surprise because I have loved the dust bunnies since the moment that they arrived. I think that it's absolutely precious that you're able to go ahead and you're able to like befriend them, that they're able to like search for so many valuables for you. Except, see, I understand that sometimes things happen to dust bunnies. Sometimes the lurking danger of this gigantic vacuum sometimes makes the beloved dust bunny that you are cherishing and trying to protect with your life disappear, even though you don't want them to. And now I have a big problem because this dust bunny, we went to name. Let's befriend this little thing, so hopefully we like never lose it forever and ever and ever. I have no idea how I am going to protect this dust bunny with my life and like make sure that it stays with us forever. But Ukapanipo befriended a dust bunny. Since he made a fluffy companion feel so welcome and cared for, this dust bunny will behave a bit differently. It can now survive in the cleanest environments and will no longer be destroyed by cleaning around the house. Here to stay. Befriended dust bunnies will also show their appreciation by finding rare items and even digging up substantial piles of simoleons, which is fantastic and I think says something about Ukapanipo that he was able to befriend a dust bunny with like 3 handfuls of dust. Or maybe it says something about how chaotic this like poor grandma's house has gotten. We'll consider all of those options later. But the problem is we went to name the dust bunny for funsies. Which apparently, no, it doesn't show up in your relationships, which is unfortunate. But we went to name the dust bunny for funsies, and it automatically named itself Clover. Clover! Do you know why that's a problem, friends? That's the name of my beloved husband, best friend, and love of my life, Chips's, and I's eldest guinea pig child. Our very first guinea pig, Clover, all over, who was a boy for a long time before we realized, oh, you're a girl. Just in time, too. Just in time. And, yeah. Now I have to protect this dust bunny with everything I've got. I have no idea how we're going to manage that. And apparently it found us a geode. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. It's already been super duper sweet and it already found us a geode. Let's grab this. Get rid of that. It already found us some of the treasures that Ukapanipo has been able to enjoy. We kind of need like somewhere for him just to... Everyone else is dumping axolotls on the counters, so why can't he go ahead and like dump this geode and everything else? And we do have all these little curious nooks and crannies. I could start just tossing stuff. So let's see what we've got here. We've got a little geode. I love that the dust bunny found this for us. All right. We're gonna find a good spot for this among all of the axolotls. We are running out of space for these kinds of things, but that's so cool. So it found this geode, and then it also found a perfect quality lemon, by the way. And I feel like Ukapanipo knows that these two have been trying to like do work with plants. He's not tired at all because like he's hanging out with his new friend. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll even have him plant this perfect quality lemon tree out in the yard. Just because, you know, he knows that they've been doing stuff. They've been up to stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I know, right? Uki, right? Oh, but this is actually great because Leo and our wonderful Nilui have been having finally some success with breeding all of their axolotls and trying to figure out what they could do for the local endangered amphibian population. And Ukapanipo has actually been not too shabby on finding some treasures. What the ever-loving heckin' and holiness was that? Why did you just automatically grow into a full adult tree thing? Well, I'm gonna even have him research this tree because that was unnecessarily interesting. Huh. And maybe even talk to it to be like, what were you up to? Like, yeah, you do that. You do that. Anyway, my mods are all akimbo. They're probably doing really, really weird things right now, but that's okay because weird things happen around our merman here, like finding not only our new Mr. Bones fish friend, who I really love quite a bit, and not only this fish, which this tambaqui, that thing, That thing absolutely is huge. It would never fit in this tank. I looked up those fish because I was curious, and they're gigantic. Like, I need to do some insights on them because they were just so fascinating. But again, axolotls are a lot more fascinating for that. But anyway, Ukapanipo has been finding some interesting treasure like this ring. Finally, after so long, he did indeed manage to dig up this ring from the lake, which was actually interesting because I got so desperate, I kind of poked around for hints, and everybody was saying it needed to be the heart-shaped lake, and I guess if you squint, this could be a heart. But it needed to be the heart-shaped lake over at the park neighborhood. And instead, we ended up with like this lake finally giving us this ring, which we're going to go ahead and do a little examining. Since, you know, Uki's in a good mood, his dust bunny friend's happy, giving him treasure. Like this tree, no one's gonna believe him that it just pops straight out of the ground. And he's starting to feel like there's a little bit of hope for the kissing and the dating and maybe even the woohooing. Oh, that scared me. I was like, okay, what are you doing? Because I just looked up here and I saw gnomish, and I was like, did I just turn him into a gnome? I needed a minute. But anyway, there's some odd markings inside. It's some form of gnomish. Ukapanipo can't read it. Maybe that sad-looking ring bear near the fountain can help read it. All right, so we'll look for a ring bear friend. The ring bearer. Is that the whole point? Is that? I just got it. Meanwhile, since we managed to go ahead and grow that thing so fast, I think maybe we'll move this perfect lemon tree over into the park, like here, because that just makes a little more sense to have it randomly grow overnight, not in our backyard. And Uki, you're always up to interesting things anyway. But anyway, I guess we have a really fancy gnomish ring, which is going to be quite interesting. The strange ring that the ring bear had. Uki is also getting a little hungry. Now, here's the thing about Ukapanipo. As a merman, his diet, believe it or not, tends to be a lot of plant-based things. A lot of fresh fruits on the islands of Sulani as well. And so getting like fast food and greasy food, he actually thinks is kind of gross. It also doesn't make you feel the best for going like fishing or like for swimming as a fish. And so he actually prefers to have like fresh like fruit, the lack of which is kind of obvious everywhere around here. And like fresh pineapples, which I have lost my pineapple bushes. So, and he also doesn't really like cooking because he's so used to living somewhere you can just walk up and you can just pluck the food off wherever you are. These plants are also not ready to grow. And then he could talk to some water lilies. I guess the kelp, we are growing some kelp, which I think he would enjoy eating when the time comes. But I guess we'll eat a pineapple for now. And I do think that he would have strong opinions about there needing, oh, there is one pineapple there, but I guess you're waiting for the harvest to get, like, denser. I feel like he would have strong opinions about there needing to be more pineapples around the place. So I'm actually going to have him plant things, even though he's not part of our, like, garden and wetlands eco-restoration crew. Mostly just out of him being like, where's the food? And wanting to have some of these plants down. And then I wonder, I suppose I could maybe have him fertilize it. And we could try fertilizing it with the kissing garamis. Let's try the angelfish, and we'll say we just got some like some fish poop from them. He doesn't eat his fish friends usually. Oh wow, okay, actually all of the whoa! Okay, why are you guys doing that? I need to work on my mods, because things are getting a little interesting around here. But if I stopped to fix them now, we would never ever have any progress, I fear. Alright. So, they definitely should have taken a lot longer to grow, but we'll just leave that to the side. I love how Uki, just in the middle of the night, is getting more done when it comes to these plants than everybody else. Let's see. And then can I see how those pineapples were doing? How did you do that so fast, Oki? And oh wow, putting in the gourami actually did help quite a bit. And now here he's got his perfect quality lemons that we could just harvest and spread everywhere because of our new little friend. Oh, all right. Well, that's gonna make him happy. But we do need to also focus. He's in a great mood. You like lucky everything duck you. Like we'll let you watch the birds for a minute and let him kind of think about what could he do to try to improve the life he's currently got. Like using the romance blanket. You know, it's kind of stormy right now, and if he wants to share foods on it by getting that sweetheart box, we are going to need to go ahead and figure out where to buy more of those lovely strawberries. And we have heard rumors. We haven't really been told, Uki, about the bills that are dwelling and we need to do something about. But I feel like the time may have finally come to potentially do something very interesting with our boy Uki here, because he wants just romance all the way down. He's thinking about, you know, if you recall, Nilui did say maybe we should, you know, go ahead and get engaged, but she mentioned that while she was starting to think about how to deal with the Axolotl legends. And then we ended up having a whole bunch of other things happen, like the dating challenge that she wasn't really a big fan of, that made her maybe think now's not the time for romance. Ukapanipo, meanwhile, does think that it happens to be the time for romance, but he wants to get better at being one who can understand what romance is all about. So here's a thought. He also doesn't have a career right now because apparently his sunken treasure hunter job is missing. But what if he starts poking around, searching for a way that he might be able... Let's remove self-employment, because I like the idea that he's thinking about how to have a nice dream date with Nilui right now. And in doing so, he's scrolling through his phone as an unattended merman does, and he stumbles upon some interesting websites that perhaps a merman still learning how to read and write possibly should be cautious of, about romance advice. And I love the idea that one way or another, especially with his sassy confidence, thinking that of course he's just, you know, that good at everything. Romance lesson! There we go! Ukapanipo is a romantic Sims tend to be flirty and want to infuse their lives with romance quite often. That's hilarious that popped up just now while he, confident, happy, elated, currently with a little dust bunny friend in his back pocket, is going to look into the new romance consultant career. Are you a natural at interpreting feelings, a sucker for romance, and interested in helping others find their happily ever after? You may be destined to be a romance consultant, and you can be a matchmaker and a relationship counselor. And absolutely, Uki would say of course he is. Of course he's supposed to do that and study modern love on a computer. So there he goes. So in 2 days, he's going to apparently have his job. He's a romance newbie now, but I love the idea that the new romantic consultant's career, yeah, who better than him to go ahead and learn a little bit more about it. But, you know, apparently romance is expensive because he needs a computer in order to do that. Boy, somebody should have mentioned that this job comes with such a huge startup cost. And in order to afford it, I feel like he needs to go roll up his sleeves again. But can we afford? We cannot currently. We cannot afford the good laptops. We can get the standard portable computer. What kind of laptop would he like walk into a shop and like try to get? Those are the old fancy computers, but we need one of the ones that will like fit in his pockets that he can like walk around with. As terrifying as that idea kind of is. And I feel like he wouldn't want a boring color. But I also know, hello, we have that gigantic pile of bills to do. So it looks like we can't afford at least out of his pockets just yet, the fancy thing that he was thinking about. So let's breed this frog together. So let's see, little dust bunny friend, do you have any more? You can already go ahead and find more valuables, little friend. Oh, work assignment, give love advice. Should Ukapanipo get a jump? Oh, sure. Never mind, now he can work on love advice. Give unsolicited love advice. Where's that bear? Alright, we're gonna get some valuables from our friend, and then we're back over. And we are going to completely come in and, like, aquatic lure this, which is kind of like an absolute cheat of a thing to do while it's raining with a merman. And then we're gonna head out and we're gonna go look for that bear and give some unsolicited love advice to that sad bear. And, aww, our little dust bunny friend managed to help us with a little bit of the money. Clover, you gotta be safe, okay? We actually have some clovers in the back that I probably could have done something with. Wow, even if we super sold all this stuff, it wouldn't be worth a lot, so maybe this is not going to be the overpowered thing I feared it would with all these plants. The bird, like, feathers, on the other hand, possibly, but we'll have to, like, roll around to that, because 7,000, like, simoleons is not something to sneeze at. Especially when we have so many other things that we need to buy and take care of, and axolotls to take care of. And trust me, eventually our grandma's gonna notice. Oh yeah, and our sister's still dead. Whoops. Meanwhile, Nalui! We're gonna work from home. Disappointed with the work she did? She made $0. Oh, you guys suck. And there's only so much I can do. I can't take any samples from the ocean while I'm not even close to the ocean. Ah, well. Oh man. And we're not, like, in a more excellent work status at the moment either. As long as Nalui doesn't lose her job from all this. Alright, let's see. And then maybe we'll go fishing. And we'll just see what we can pull up here with Uki. And we'll see where that sad bear is. I'm kind of shocked it hasn't showed up yet, but maybe it's just early in the morning. And then we'll see if we can learn more about, like, the fancy ring that he got. But this is things are looking up for him. I can't believe how, you know, everybody else is busy and feeling the pressure, and Uki just, like, spends the night relaxing in the rain and fishing. Is this a life lesson about just going with the flow more often? He has now gained the outdoorsy lifestyle. Oh my gosh, and he literally just, like, plucked up a... Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Do you have any idea how amazing it is, Ukapinipo, that you were able to go ahead and while Nalui and Leo have been straining and striving and pushing to try to accomplish so much, you just stroll out. This is some sort of commentary, I think, on putting too much pressure on yourself over the course of life. I am humbled. And clearly, see, he's fishing, having a good time. He literally just found a treasure map. He literally, you can't even, like, that's ridiculous, Ukapanipo. That is so ridiculous. Can you use it on anything right now? There's even some fossils over here that he could come and dig for treasure. I am agog. I can't believe that. First thing he pulls out of the ground. Meanwhile, Nalui has she woke up angry, but she wants to go see Ukapanipo and she misses the beach and she wants to discover the Forgotten Grotto. Okay, I'm totally gonna... Oh my gosh, the Forgotten Grotto is the one in Oasis Springs, which has to do with, like, water and caves and crystals. That's so sweet. All right. That's not so sweet. Please watch your step. We have a new dust bunny that we love with all our hearts named Clover. I'm a little sensitive to Clover's well-being. And then after she finishes her angry breakfast, we'll go ahead and we will check in on our little axolotls, who we can now feed, by the way. I found some cool mods that now let you feed the frogs, the fish, or the frogs, fish, the aliens, the insects, and the axolotls, which is so overdue. I'm so happy. Also, Uki, you just found a capsule. Please be something, like, cool. Don't be, like, one of those MySim things. Aw, and now she's feeling in a better mood because, you know, delicious food will do that. Wonderful, Nilui. Now that you no longer want to go ahead and, like, apparently break the fridge, would you please... Where are your... Dun dun dun. I really need to find outfits. There we go. All right, let's get her into one of her outfits for the day. Let's have her come and feed this axolotl. And then let's double check the rarest of the rare axolotl is the green chimera and our pink chimera. I think we only have one of each. Uki, did you get some sort of... Well... I feel like the treasure map would have been... well, I guess the My Sims game is coming out again somewhat sooner than later, so maybe that's not as odd a thing as it seemed. And then let's go fishing. And also, where is everyone? Hello? All of the people normally wandering the world? Yay! And the axolotl just got fed. Well, at least we're doing something. Alright, well let's go ahead and try breeding these two chimera axolotl. And see if we get something. Now we have two pink chimera axolotl, which will be quite helpful for the research, I think. And otherwise, we need to have these two start working on the usual. So now we have the water plants. I kind of need to like reorient myself. We have the water plants. She wants to discover the forgotten grotto. We could, let's see, cut gemstone, design jewelry, extract element, send for refinement. No. Oh yes, that's because she has the collect 5 crystals motive. And then we also need to take care of the bills. Oh dear, and Leo's really depressed. Leo, where are you? Make something greater than poor quality. Travel to, oh my gosh, and travel to a library and discover the Archaeological Society. All right, we'll have him maybe work on those things with Nilui by saying that Leo, now woken up, feeling a little sad, a little overwhelmed, because not only is he still missing his sister, but he also is struggling to make a little bit of progress in, you know, his career right now. Cleaning up trash at Melu Palam is one of the main goals. And then he does need to... Ah, there it is. The Archaeological Society. So I think it would be really fun to combine the Archaeological Society, make something greater than poor quality, and travel to the library. With Leo, speaking of these extremely high amount of bills that he needs to pay. Like the 7,000 simoleons is not something to sneeze at. Where are our bills? Show bills information. Yeah, we have our unpaid bills. Are they broken now? I would like to pay the bills. Uh-oh. So we're gonna need to figure out what I just did to break the bills. Can I come over to household over here and maybe pay them? If in theory, maybe? Oh boy. Huh. This is what I get for having so many mods. Don't you guys worry about it. I'll take care of it somehow. Anyway, we need 7,000 simoleons in order to go ahead and take care of the bills at some point. He wants to join the Archaeological Society. We want to do our research. Nilui's a little concerned. Oh, Nilui! I didn't realize that you were going to feel guilty over, you know... I had no idea you were going to feel guilty over Aira right now either. And then... Ukapanipo! Interesting. So I think Ukapanipo is just kind of balancing his fishing skill. That actually fits that Nilui is now crying over Aira. And we have a slightly depressed Leo because they are making some progress when it comes to the axolotls. Let's make sure that he has some of the rarer ones in his pockets as well. But they have a dual struggle of needing to make progress with the axolotls and also figure out some of the legends behind them. So let's see, pink chimera, green. Can I have, we have this pink chimera breed with another rare axolotl, please. Gold? And we end up with another gold. Okay, that's all right. We'll carry on and just do our best there. But let's have him go ahead and say, oh boy, she's sobbing over there about Aira. All right, I think she's feeling kind of sad and guilty. Except now she's happy because, but the axolotls will have, now she's happy for being the axolotls instead of mourning. Oh, you know what? That's fine. That's fine because it's going to work out well for us to be able to say that these two are aware on a level that Uki doesn't seem to be, that perhaps joining the Archaeological Society, which I have no idea what that does, will help us out with digging through these dirt clumps and going and doing some archaeological research next to the library. We put it all together and what do we get? Hopefully a great way where we can go ahead and we can, what are we talking about here? Oh, just get to know you. All right, let's see what happens when he joins the society. And Uki, I love you so much, Uki. I'm so glad. He found a koi fish too, jeez. All right, and we got a little bit of royalty report. Oh, some of the old Secrets of Solani stuff. His first royalty report, smiling salamanders, $190. Yay, that's really, okay, well. Didn't it counted as a bestseller quality, but hopefully that just makes Leo, he's feeling confident now that she's here. That's really cool. So what happens after we join the Archaeological Society? I just want to find that out. And then we might need to get Nalui out of here so she doesn't mourn Aira too much. But the good news is their little water plants seem to be doing it quite well. So we're going to harvest all. And then we'll start taking care of the things in the garden. Join book club. The Archaeological Society has a variety of benefits for its members. Sims who join will be able to attend talks with new findings, can gain archaeological skills faster, and even some benefits to certain careers. Would he like to pay a one-time fee? Yes. Leo has joined the society. Now he will enjoy studying artifacts and digging for relics even more than before, and will be able to discuss the findings with other members. Additionally, he will be able to attend archaeological talks with the chance of bringing home new relics. That's so cool! All right, so maybe that will really help out. And now he wants to debate a topic, which I think might be him thinking about how his book could have done better, and he is going to prove to everybody that he has some important things to say. That's so cool. Participate in forums, study in, oh, submit learning and discovery article. Did you finish writing something there? You can get fame from it. Yeah, this is going a different direction than I thought it would. Interesting. But I think that that'll be a lot of fun. All right. Well, we have progress on that front, and we also have a passionate merman over here who caught another little bonefish. And apparently Nalui, a rancher personality. Yes? Maybe? What does that mean in this context as, like, you know, you kind of live on a tropical island most of the time? Enjoy chores and caring for livestock. You know, she does prefer being outside and just working hard on taking care. I guess that's her way of saying she loves taking care of the environment. Leo has submitted a well-received article to the publisher. The content has been excellently researched and the writing style is perfect. Leo, jeez! I have no idea how that's gonna, like, work out for you. Are you just gonna gain a little bit more fame or something? Like, among the Archaeological Society, which is not exactly a place. Oh my gosh, he is gaining fame among the Archaeological Society. And good gravy grief. Like, made a self-discovery, got a job, so lots of self-discoveries. It's interesting you don't get anything for, like, writing a book, but maybe he just doesn't have, like, a really solid book yet. He's feeling confident, though. All right, well, I think we're starting to finally get into a fun cadence with these guys. I do want to remember something to do with his sister Aira soon, because I don't want to risk, like, losing her well-being. And I do want to make sure that we don't forget, eventually there might need to be some consequences if we're not able to, like, take care of There we go. Nalui, if you don't mind. And then weeding that area. If we don't manage to take care of Grandma's house like we're supposed to while Grandma's gone, probably should have some kind of consequences. And we probably need to gather up enough survey data about all of the plants that not only can we start actually making a difference and putting them out in the world. Good gravy, Uki. Ooh, and the axolotls are starting to like show up. That's so wonderful. Oh, and now people are coming up. Maybe they just didn't want to come out with the rain. Why is the sad bear missing now? Oh, that's so funny. But I think we're going to be able to make things come together. Little hiccups in the mods and little personal life hiccups regardless. And we'll find our groove when it comes to figuring out where this story is going to take us. For now, I love seeing that the merman can make friends and he loves just being in the rain anywhere out there in the world. I love seeing that Nalui continues to enjoy finding fulfillment and depth in just... Oh my goodness, I have no idea what's going on now. Hello? Are you guys just... They're just hanging out now! She continues to find fulfillment in just taking care of what she can in the environment. We've got a ton of plants we might start being able to do something about to like say we're submitting the research. I will say for Nalui, whenever she gathers research data, if she's not in like the top tier of her job, I want to err on the side of sending it to the research center for that job boost, because it's really hard for her to do her oceanology career away from the ocean. But this is so cool. Now we're feeling confident. Now we're feeling confident about that. Maybe we'll authenticate some artifacts. Maybe we'll go do some archaeological digging now that we're officially members of the Archaeological Society. Maybe that gives you like a permit for it. And we'll see what adventures we have in store for our wonderful little Sims next time. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.